Where's the Reaper boy? Ah, there it is. Oh. He's one of those. He's playing defensively. I wonder if he then also makes a Marine. Should be able to see the Marine right now, if that's the case. I don't think so. I was actually a little bit late there on my Overlord. So it's just straight up reactor? I think so. Yep. Oh, it's a tech lab. Wow. That is curious. Why is there a tech lab on that? What is this? There's a starport? So I guess this is a Cyclone first. Or a siege tank, but let's get the Overlord out of there just in case. You know what? Like, sometimes you look at these Terran builds and you're like, huh, what am I just make queens? It's all good, dude. Don't worry about it. I'm assuming this is going to be a Cyclone. I don't think it's going to be a Thor or a siege tank at this point. Like, it could be a siege tank, but... Oh, wow. What's this? I didn't make that. It's a siege tank. What an you? What? Okay, well, better get my creep spread going then, because I guess he's got some sort of timing attack in mind. Either that or he's playing extremely defensively, but I've got a hard time imagining someone playing this defensively. This is a double condom Terran is what they call him. That's his nickname now. He thinks it's better, but it's actually not. Nobody wins. I think this is a timing attack. That's a second siege tank. Okay, so I've been making a ton of workers. So there's no harassment here at all from this opponent. That's kind of strange because on paper it's pretty bad, but maybe I'm missing something. Like, this makes me a little bit worried because you don't usually see this, where someone is just basically letting Zerg do whatever they please. I did see something just now leave the base, but... Like, this is kind of putting the Zerg in the sweet spot, you know? Like, this is what Zerg wants. So, I guess I'm taking it. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. So there's another BC. So, a little bit of a strange start here. Am I getting 2 spires? Oh, I guess I am. Normally not a great idea, I don't think, but... So I wasn't actually intending on going double spire, but I guess it just sort of happened. He actually killed quite a few of my workers. That's a lot of BCs, guys. That's kind of crazy. I've never really seen this before. Oh, he misclicked though. Guess as long as we don't allow him to expand, it's all good, right? Let's not do that. Let's get more units instead. Do I need to add on infestors? I'm actually not entirely sure. I guess if he doesn't get enough mining though, he should be in trouble later on, right? Okay. I should really get these upgrades. I'm wasting a ton of resources, by the way, doing all of this. So I'm kind of banking on him never getting that base up and running. If he ever gets that base, I'm in trouble. I've got a lot of corruptors. So he's got 3 base economy, right? So that must mean he's in trouble, right? I'm scared. I'm playing this without infestors. I think you normally want to add on infestors here. I guess that's what we'll end up doing. I should really have been at 2-2, maybe even 3-3 though at this point. Or he teleported home. That's not a spore crawler. I guess he's just trying to get 3-3 done. I mean, he should be bleeding out, right? I'm scared because I don't usually play against an army like this. I'm worried that I'm just gonna, like, get overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that he's got. You know what I mean? So I'm setting up tons of spore crawlers here. I want to fight, but since I know he hasn't expended, I should be okay. Like, where is he mining? He can't be mining. Oh. That's a Viking Loko. Okay, now we counter. Now we counter. There it is. He has no more money. I don't know exactly how many planetaries or how many bases there are in general. These are fully upgraded Zerglings, so they will absolutely tear through all of this. Oh well, not if you accidentally make a mistake. So there's certainly not gonna be another tactical jump available. Still a lot of neurals, or still a lot of damage in general, though. Oh, or still a lot of Yamatos, rather. I can't even talk anymore. But I guess, in the end, we had a little bit too much there. So, that was...
You have returned.
That was a crazy game. That was a crazy game. Thank you very much, Totem Captain, for the support. Okay, so I'm curious what he did in the early game, right? So, it all started right at the very beginning of the game, where I scouted with my Overlord. So I scouted with my Overlord and I saw he went for a tech lab rather than a reactor. Now, either he was playing hyper defensively, which is usually not a very good way of playing. I mean, basically, if you cut all... Like, if you play too defensively, your opponent is just going to play economically, and at that point, you run away with the loss, right? Like, you're just going to be in a bad spot. So I see the siege tank here. I get back in there a little while later with, like, a Zergling, and I see a second siege tank. So I'm like, oh, man, that's odd, right? Like, I don't think he moved that one. So I figured that was going to be a little bit odd. So it turns out it's a double Battlecruiser opener. I feel like this build could actually be optimized a little bit more. But anyways. So when you see multiple Battlecruisers, I think it is a good idea to go 2 Spore Crawlers in every mineral line, no matter what. I do deal a little bit of economic damage as well on the other side of the map. That was good. But it mostly now became an eco game. Right? Where I had the whole map to mine, and I allowed him 3 bases, but not a 4th. Right? So that was the whole strategy. Now you can see here, when it comes to the amount of supply, he had a lot of stuff. He had a lot of things. So I kind of wanted to poke in here, see if there's something I could do, but I don't really want to fight on top of missile turrets. So denying this base is key. Like, if I would have not denied this base several times, it would have actually been a massive issue. Because you can see right now, income-wise, I'm at 86 workers, and he's at 58, right? Like, he really doesn't have that much money. But he's still building up that Terran Deathball. Like, Terrans, generally speaking, don't Deathball the way that Protoss does. This also, once again, helped. Like, we kill a lot of workers. But we keep on trying to contain his eco. It's like, no, you're allowed 3 bases, but not a 4th. And with that, essentially his hand was forced at a certain moment, right? Like, he made the big Battlecruiser fleet. And we had a little bit too much. Now, I don't know if Corruptors alone would have cut it. I'm actually curious. If I go back real quick. We'll actually go to, like, the engagement before the final engagement. So right before, or not so much the engagement right before the final engagement, but I want to see exactly how many units he's got, so we can test it out in the unit test map to see if I really needed those infestors. So I took Neural Parasite and I neuraled half his army. So this is 40 infestors versus, say, 20 Battlecruisers. I'm at 2-2 upgrades for air. He's actually also at 2-2 upgrades for his Battlecruisers. That's a big deal. +3 actually makes his way stronger. Alright, we can test it. So in the end, we ended up neuraling most of his army. And then he still managed to jump back, but he never secured another base. So the game was kind of over from there. He still got a lot of money, but he's just building Battlecruisers. Okay, so yeah, you can also use Fungal Growth to prevent tactical jump. But Neural Parasite also prevents tactical jump, right? Since they're technically yours. Anyways, LowkoTV Unit Tester. It's a very helpful little tool. Where we can make armies fight each other. Okay, so we go to the biggest one. We make 20 Battlecruisers. He was at +2/+2. Or sorry, it's that one. Okay. And then there were obviously Yamato cannons, weapons refit. And then we go +2/+2, 40 Corruptors. Okay, so this is the army we had. Now, you guys hang out over there, okay? And you guys hang out over here. Actually, I guess we would have to calculate in the cost of the infestors as well. So I guess we'd be closer to, like, maybe 50 Corruptors. Let's go with 45. Just for safety's sake. Because I obviously spend a bunch of supply on... it's probably actually closer to 50. Yeah, I think this is more relevant. I obviously spent like a bunch of supply on making infestors that weren't Corruptors, right? Okay, so here's what we want to do. We want to have you guys go over there. And then attack these one by one. Okay. And then you guys need the Yamato cannon whatever you can. Okay, so we want to see if Corruptors alone would have been enough. Oh, wait. Do you guys get infinite energy in this mode? No, 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 you don't. Never mind. I thought for a second they did. It's not even an energy spell anymore. Never mind. It used to be an energy spell in my defense back in the day. I guess it would still be winnable with pure Corruptor. But there's no denying Infestors made that way more comfortable. Now, what if he would have actually had 3-3 there? Because I feel like that would make a pretty big difference. It's the same idea. So obviously this isn't a perfect target firing as well, right? Like, that's not very realistic. So the only difference right now is really the fact that they have 3-3 instead of 2-2. So Battlecruisers shoot really fast, right? So if for every single missile they shoot, he now gets an additional +1 damage over the previous. Yeah, that does make a massive difference. I don't think the armor upgrade makes that big of a difference here. It's primarily that that attack upgrade. Yeah, so adding on Infestors. Oh, apparently one didn't make the cut. I don't know what happened to you. But I think adding on Infestors was the correct call. I was thinking I didn't need it. But I'm glad. I'm glad I mixed it in. That was good.
He's loose again. Don't underestimate him. He's a brilliant criminal.
Now, if you turn this record over, every morning you know exactly what you're going to do and